Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out, what messages come through the cards that do come out. So the first card that we have is the Temperance card. We have some Sagittarius energy with this. You could be dealing with another Sagittarius. We have the Fool card and we have the Lovers card. So we also have some Gemini energy with the Lovers. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands show up here at the bottom of the deck. This does feel like an energy of visibility. It does also feel like an energy of success and things kind of turning out even better than what you may have expected in a situation. But I do feel like with the Six of Wands, this does feel like an energy of also being seen. And I do feel like there is a sense of also being able to experience kind of making something be seen by more people, or having other people also kind of being able to be a part of something. But I do feel like this is a pretty popular energy. You could be dealing with someone who is in the spotlight, somebody who is in the public, and it is somebody who is seen by many, or someone who's quite popular. I do feel like with the Temperance card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to have patience in a situation. Either this person may be kind of requiring that, or this person is someone who has a lot of patience. I also feel like with the Temperance card showing up over here, this feels like an energy of really being able to have a nice balance, or really wanting to be able to focus on having a balance in this connection. I do feel like also having a balance between the give and take, and having that natural flow being something that you have in this connection with this person. You could have a lot in common with this person. I also feel like you could just be somebody who is also on the same page as this person. It makes things flow quite naturally. But with the Temperance card, this does feel like an energy of being able to move at your own pace, being able to take your time with things, and having patience. I do feel like with the Fool card though, this feels like an energy of being ready for being able to take that next step, being ready for so much more. I also feel like with this Fool card showing up over here, it feels like an energy of being able to experience that excitement in this connection, or even when it comes to how this person makes you feel. With the Fool card, this feels like that feeling of having butterflies. So I do feel like when it comes to the way this person makes you feel, or the effect that the situation has on you, it does feel quite promising, but it also feels like it's something quite exciting. And you do feel like you may be in a space where you're open to seeing where things go in a connection with someone. But with the Lovers card showing up over here, this feels like an energy of recognizing someone as the ideal partner. And I do feel like also this person that you are dealing with being someone who recognizes that when it comes to how they feel about you. But with the Lovers card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of also feeling like there is a sense of wanting to be able to, and needing to be able to kind of make space for this connection. Do you feel like this person is in a position where they are wanting to, or are ready to be able to make space for this connection? And I do feel like with the Lovers card, this does feel like a decision that needs to be made. And I do feel like with the Lovers card, this also feels like an energy of kind of needing to make a choice. So there could be somewhat of a choice when it comes to this connection, like somebody having to choose between two options. And that could be another person, but that could also be as far as even something like circumstances, like distance or living arrangements, and being able to make space for this connection. I do feel like with this, with the Temperance card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of this person kind of figuring it out, or really being ready to be able to come to a space where they are able to make a decision. So I do feel like there is a decision regarding this connection, and that's going to affect this connection that this person is ready to make. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We've got the Ten of Wands in the reverse. We've got the Five of Pentacles also in the reverse. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of somebody who is in a space where they are doing quite well, especially career-wise. I do feel like you are dealing with someone who's in a good position for themselves, especially career-wise, financially. I do feel like with the King of Pentacles, this also feels like an energy of really requiring and seeking out a sense of stability and security in a connection and being able to provide that as well. I do feel like with this 10 of Wands showing up in the reverse, it feels like an energy of being able to let somebody help or being able to experience the supportive side of this connection with this person. I do feel like with this 10 of Wands showing up in the reverse, this also feels like an energy of being open to letting someone in. I do feel like this person making space for this connection in a way that allows for things in this connection to flow. I do feel like with this 10 of Wands in the reverse, this also feels like an energy of someone being able to kind of drop a burden that is not necessary for them to carry. I do feel like also when it comes to being able to share in carrying the load in this connection, it can feel like dropping a load or heaviness, or even feeling like there is a sense of being able to experience more relief in this connection with you. I do feel like with this Temperance card showing up over here, this also feels like this does feel like it's something that takes time to be able to get to, and to be able to get to that sweet place with this person where there's balance in this connection. I do feel like with this 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, this feels like an energy of being able to experience what feels like a recovery. And I do feel like this may be on an individual level, but also feel like within this connection, there could have been a false start, or there could have been things could have been off to a difficult start where things may have been misunderstood. But with this card showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being able to kind of get back on track as far as being able to be on the same page with someone. I do feel like with the 5 of Pentacles, this also feels like an energy of being able to experience things kind of taking a turn for the better. And I do feel like with the 6 of Wands, this does feel like an energy that's kind of unexpected, things turning out better than what you expected or may have hoped for in a situation with someone. I do feel like with this 5 of Pentacles, this also feels like healing. So somebody could have been going through something. This does feel like an energy of them being able to make progress on a healing journey. And I do feel like also being able to get to a good place. I do feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, this also feels like an energy of prioritizing, nurturing this connection. I do feel like when it comes to somebody that you are dealing with, they are putting more of an effort into a connection. With this Queen of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to really nurture things in order to be able to get things to a good and strong place. So I do feel like with the Queen of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like putting in efforts, but I feel like it's also being able to do so in a way that is also a pretty nurturing energy that is being brought into this connection. And even when it comes to this relationship, things are being handled in a way that feels like it is also, I do feel like, contributing to this connection feeling even better. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have getting to know each other. We have passion. And we have calling in your soulmates. So with the getting to know each other card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to get to really learn someone and someone learning you, and being able to experience a deepening of your bond through being able to actually have those deeper conversations and even experiences you go through. I do feel like with this getting to know each other card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of also being able to experience getting to know someone through being able to have your initial meeting, being able to take things to the next level. I do feel like with the getting to know each other card, this could be somebody new, but also feel like with that 6 of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of knowing someone, but it does feel like knowing a person on a more so surface level. But with this card, this feels like getting to know a deeper side of them, being able to get to know them for real. I do feel like with the passion card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to experience excitement in this connection. With the full card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being in a space where this connection feels exciting. This connection feels like it's also passionate. I do feel like also when it comes to being able to spend time in someone's presence, or even someone spending time in your presence, it's an enjoyable experience. I do feel like with the calling in your soulmate card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of also being in a space where you could be intentionally seeking something out when it comes to a connection. I do feel like there's an intention. I do feel like with the Lovers card showing up over here, this does feel like being able to meet someone who feels like they are your divine counterpart, being able to feel like you're meeting your person in somebody that you are interacting with. Do you feel like with the calling in your soulmate card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to experience a connection that feels like it is one of a soulful connection when it comes to the connection you have with this person. And do you feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, this also feels like a very conscious creating of this connection and even building of this connection. So I do feel like when it comes to being intentional, you and this person are on the same page. So I do feel like there's a lot of promising energy. We also have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, so this does feel like divine counterparts. I also feel like an energy of being able to be successful in anything that you choose to be able to work towards in this connection with this person. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.